First of all, congratulations to each and every one of you for all the success and the continued success of Humans in the Loop. The film continues to reach many, many, many more people through so many channels, and I am glad to be a part of this journey where I get to talk about the film and enjoy your company where we can take a deep dive. But I would like to start with something, and this is a question which is open for all, कि आज के समय में what is a prominent behavior that you have observed when it comes to how humans interact with technology? And it can be something that got you fascinated in the beginning, but then you got bothered by it कि यार नहीं यार, this is now how it not should have been. मतलब हमने टेक्नोलॉजी का इस्तेमाल तो करना था, बट हम क्या कर रहे हैं, कहाँ जा रहे हैं हम? So anyone can start.
Honestly, I think technology, when it became as ubiquitous and prevalent as it did, it had the promise of reducing time, increasing access to information, sort of in many ways advancing the ways we process information, making leaps in sort of progress possible. I think what it's done to some extent is that time that we saved, we are now giving much more to technology.
Yeah.
And in terms of the information that technology is able to gather and process and sort of digest for us, we are sometimes losing sight of truth itself. It's just a vast mass of information, and for us to even make sense of it, we now need another kind of technology that will take all of it and so it sort of feels like an endless loop in some ways.
Plug in.
Yeah.
I think one thing, I'll take a leaf from what you're saying. So I think 90s, there was a time where there was a bunch of committed technocrats, so as to say, who wanted to democratize the World Wide Web, right?
Yeah.
As much as possible in terms of dissemination of technologies, in terms of dissemination of information, making it more democratic. And then business interests took in, and right now where we are with, say, for example, AI, I feel like we're exactly at that cusp. या तो this will work towards the betterment of humanity, or it will go into a route which is what is kind of it's going in that route. जो मुझे bother करता है वो है कि a lot of this technology was meant to bridge the distance in communication, पर उल्टा ही हुआ है that despite being so damn connected with each other, we've become so isolated and lonely and anxious, and there's a heightened sense of reality which we are playing with apart from our physical reality. So that bothers me a little bit.
बीजू सर, आप आज के समय में टेक्नोलॉजी और हमारा उससे जो इंटरेक्शन है उसको कैसे देखते हैं?
देखिए, एक स्लोगन हुआ करता था, कर लो दुनिया मुट्ठी में। तो मेरे हिसाब से टेक्नोलॉजी को मैं उसी हिसाब से देख रहा हूँ कि भाई अभी सबके हाथ में टेक्नोलॉजी आ गया है। अगर पहले सेलुलर के ज़माने में अगर रहते तो मैं शायद कुछ नहीं कर पाता, लेकिन अभी डिजिटल एज में अभी हर एक के पास आ रहा है, तो हर कोई एक दूसरे के साथ कम्युनिकेट कर पा रहा है। गांव में देखिए तो गांव अगर बकरी भी चरा रहा है बच्चा तो उनके हाथ में भी है, तो सबके साथ में फैमिलियर टाइप का हो गया है। तो और जिनको जो मैसेज देना है बस पहुंच जाता है, तो वो बहुत नज़दीक का हाथ के अंदर का है, अपने कैपेसिटी के अंदर का आ गया है। तो टेक्नोलॉजी काफ़ी ईजी हो गया है।
लेकिन इस ईजीनेस के साथ मतलब हाँ, हमारे हाथों में चीज़ें आ गई हैं और हम बहुत सारी चीज़ें कर सकते हैं जो हम पहले नहीं कर सकते थे, लेकिन कभी कभी आपको लगता है कि अरे हम शायद बहुत आगे जा रहे हैं और कहीं कहीं पे टेक्नोलॉजी को ही हम एक्सप्लॉइट कर रहे हैं, और वो नहीं करना था, हमें उसको यूज़ करना था, बट कहीं वो यूसेज आपको लगता है कि यार ये तो बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया है और हम तो बस अब गुलाम हो गए हैं।
देखिए, खासकर अपनी बात अगर मैं कहूँ तो मैं इस मीडियम को, खासकर कैमरा को, अगर मैं पावरफुल मीडियम मानूँ शुरू से ही, जब से मैं कैमरा हाथ में आया तब से इसका जो पावर है, इसका जो ताकत है, उसको मैं इस्तेमाल किया और कोशिश किया कि भाई मैं आदिवासी इलाके में रहता हूँ अपना, तो जल जंगल जमीन और भाषा संस्कृति, ये जो इसका जो महत्व क्या है और लोगों का जो रोज़मर्रा का जीवन उसके साथ कैसे मैं जोड़ पाऊँ। और वहाँ पर जैसे जल जंगल ज़मीन की बात मैं कर रहा हूँ, उसके अंदर बहुत गहराई है, क्योंकि हर तरीके से लोग संघर्ष कर रहे हैं, चाहे वो विस्थापन की लड़ाई हो या और भी चीज़ों के साथ, तो उनका मैं मदद कैसे करूँ इस टेक्नोलॉजी के माध्यम से। तो मेरा ये ट्रैवलिंग ये हाँ प्रायोरिटी के रूप में। लेकिन दूसरे कोई हो सकता है कि अभी का नए जनरेशन में इन सारी चीज़ों को थोड़ा अलग तरीके से देखते हैं, क्योंकि दुनिया ही एक अलग तरीके से है जी, तो ग्लैमर की तरह वो लोग ज़्यादा जाते हैं। लेकिन मेरा व्यक्तिगत रूप से मैं उस तरीके से नहीं किया, तो थोड़ा सा।
कैन आई गिव यू एन एनेक्डोट? आपने बताया ना जो एक कि बकरी चरा रहा है तो उसके हाथ में फ़ोन है, तो जब हम झारखंड में ट्रैक कर रहे थे लोकेशन ढूंढने के लिए, तो मैं और वो आदिवासी लड़का हम लोग सेम रील्स देखते थे उस हिल पे बैठ के। वो लड़का नारुतो जो जापानीज एनिमे हैं उसकी टी शर्ट्स पहनता था, क्रॉक्स पहनता था, उसके बज़ कट होते थे बॉम्बे वाले। सो ये भी एक है कि चीज़ें होमोजेनाइज कितना कंसिडरेबली हो रही हैं बिकॉज ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी, वो भी हो रहा है। इंटरेस्टिंग, मतलब आई वाज इंटरेस्टेड in that moment. Somebody from the other side of the hill, when Monica was shooting, somebody said, "Cameraman, jaldi focus karo," which is a reel.
That's right. Mati, what do you think?
No, I think if you think of the last 20, 30 years, like how so many families have been able to get out of the positions that they have been because of technology is so high actually. But it comes, of course, with other challenges, I think. And I think about, this computerization of banks that happened. And then, of course, now digitization, so many new things are coming. But I think what we've learned from this film also is that as things grow very fast, the biases of society of what is there is also there in the technology because it's who's enforcing it. So typically, I don't think it's the technology really. And I think our big experiment with this film also is just come back to the thing that it's not the fault of the technology. It's about the biases that are in society that are just like now like 10x of what it was before. So, and it's going faster, and that's the do we curtail the technology which can actually alleviate people and make it better, or do you make a better society that can support a more responsible technology? Maybe the question.
And like we would think that these technologies are dispassionate, right? Or like there's a certain like God idea also towards tech key. You'll imply you use AI in decision making, and it will be fair to everybody. Right? It will not.
Yeah. Actually, this is a great point. I think that unfortunately, technology being used for decision making is the worst idea, right? Humans should make the decisions. In UX, there's this theory of function allocation. Okay. Who takes the decision, right? Is it the system or is it you? Unfortunately, they're increasingly giving that to the technology, and we are just like becoming slaves to that. Yeah.
But Mati, on some level, the same kind of prejudices, like you said, are there in technology, are there in humans, right? Because humans are creating these frameworks. So it's how do you create frameworks that do not have the prejudices and biases? Because then actually, if technology is able to be created not necessarily in the image of humans. We should not create them in our own image.
Right.
I mean, if there is potential to create, not sentient being,
Right.
but like the kind of sentience that we would like
Right.
a technology to have, which would have all the sort of ethical presets that we would like.
Yeah.
And have that take decisions. So it is almost like creating a god, because it could be, we could work towards some degree of equality in, in decision making and the ideas of like, of how this technology works, right? So, because humans, we could never do that. We are just programmed to have our presets, our cultural, religious, sort of whatever.
I think
biases.
one quick, like, I felt while researching about this thing that For example, there's a anthropologist called Kumar Suresh Singh, KS Singh, and he has a book called People of India series. एक state का People of India मतलब community वो है. As basic as if the government decided to digitize this and feed it into an open source AI output, maybe it'll have a greater degree of
It's also the fact that, we've realized that the fact is that there's no one thing such as truth, right?
Yeah.
We come at it
Right.
from different perspectives.
yeah.
And all we can really do is sort of gather all these perspectives and feed them into this
Yeah.
giant
Yeah.
algorithm. And at the end of the day, it can only spit out something that we have programmed it to do, which is
Yeah.
find perhaps what would work for the majority, So I don't think that anyway, even say a book on any state looked at by many different communities from that very state
Will encapsulate.
would encapsulate
Yeah.
it or would please everybody from
Yeah,
the state,
yes,
for instance. They'll be like, हम लोग तो ऐसे नहीं है.
Yeah. Yeah.
तो वैसे टेक्नोलॉजी हमारे लिए एक मिरर ना बने और हम लोग एक्चुअली एक मतलब चित्र बनाए इन दिस टेक्नोलॉजी जो हमें चाहिए. और वो जो हमें चाहिए एक्चुअली राइट नाउ, जैसे इन्होंने दिखाया फिल्म में कि कुछ लोग इस टेक्नोलॉजी को बनाते हैं और कंट्रोल करते हैं, उनकी जो है एक मानसिकता टेक्नोलॉजी में आ जाती है. अगर हम ज़्यादा इसको ओपन सोर्स बनाएं, ज़्यादा लोगों के
Right.
पर्सपेक्टिव्स इसमें डालें, तो शायद
Maybe we could.
But do you feel that one other problem or challenge, maybe is the, let's say, problem, is that the distance between the people who are making something and the people who are receiving the technology is very far. And then this is increasingly getting further, no? People are sitting in rooms across the world, in AC rooms, thinking about someone else and making something. And I remember this one incident, I remember during COVID, I was driving through Coimbatore and there was a guy who was just panicking outside and he's just stopping the car and he's trying to get into the ATM. And I asked him what to do. He said, my ATM's not working. Then he said, this is my PIN. I said, first of all, please don't share your PIN. And the PIN was upside down, the number. And I just realized, this guy, he couldn't read. And the thing was speaking in Hindi the entire time. And he's just like, have I lost all my money? And I was just thinking, there's somebody who built this ATM and did not think about this person at all. And how so many more technologies like this are created without any concern for the actual people who it's made for. And I think that may be the biggest danger.
There you are. Absolutely. और एक चीज ये भी हो रहा है कि टेक्नोलॉजी के पीछे जो हम लोग दौड़ते दौड़ते जो है ना, कितना दौड़ेंगे ये भी एक समस्या है. हर दिन अपडेट होते रहता है ना.
और आपको एक्सेप्ट करना पड़ता है.
वो बहुत चैलेंजिंग है.
जी. Yeah, ma'am, you just mentioned something about how we are feeding perspectives, and this is a film that talks so much about how we are taking care of technology as a baby. Quite literally, the character is doing that, and like there is a sequence which has touched me the most. I'll be very honest that there is a sequence where you intercut between Nehma working at the data center and where she is scolded for wrong labeling. We have seen that sequence as that moment, and then there is Dhanu who goes to the forest with her friend, school friend, who is unaware of the fact that Dhanu is from a particular tribe and she is forbidden from talking to Dhanu. And then there is a scene when Dhanu enters her classroom for the first time and she sees those labeling sheets of birds and animals that are stuck on the wall, and of course it's very common because that's how all of us have grown up, and we have all learned to. And this is something I was just thinking that after watching that intercut sequence, I was like, we have learned how to label every form of life around us. Like all of us can tell the difference between a flower and a plant, or a tree and a shrub, or maybe a kingfisher or a pigeon. All of us know how to label life around us. But in this case, we are labeling everything that is non-existent because we are creating it. And
How are we?
like we are labeling something which is non-existent because we are feeding a software. We are feeding a particular software and giving it that intelligence of recognition which humans have.
पर
And this is
वो
also-
सिलेक्शन तो आपकी फिजिकल रियलिटी पे ही हो रहा है ना.
बट एक चीज़ ये भी है कि ह्यूमन बींग्स, उससे हमें ये भी पता चलता है, माई पॉइंट इज़ दैट ह्यूमन्स लाइक उस सीन से मुझे ये भी थोड़ा सा लगा कि हमने आपस में ना बहुत ज़्यादा डिविजन अपने में क्रिएट किया हुआ है. वी हैव क्रिएटेड अ लॉट ऑफ डिविजन अमंगस्ट अस, बट देन वी प्रिजर्व एंड वर्शिप समथिंग विच नेवर डिस्क्रिमिनेट्स, विच इज़ द नेचुरल वर्ल्ड. इट नेवर डज. क्योंकि धानु अपनी दोस्त के साथ अगर उस बड़े पत्थर पे बैठी हुई है तो वो पत्थर नहीं बोलेगा कि नहीं तुम नहीं बैठोगे क्योंकि तुम इस ट्राइब के हो या ऐसे हो जो भी है, या फिर तुम ये पेड़ नहीं छू सकते क्योंकि ये एक सिर्फ एक ट्राइब का ही है. सो वो डिविजन कभी क्रिएट नहीं होता. सो आई वॉन्टेड टू अंडरस्टैंड एंड आई वुड लव टू हेयर फ्रॉम योर ओन वर्ड्स, like what is that connection between humans and nature that you were trying to explore with the help of this film? Of course we all have seen that connection with technology which we have, which is why I gave that example that we are feeding something, which ma'am also said that we are feeding an organism which is digital. It is not like real life में हमारी तरह with flesh and bone वो नहीं है. But then there is that connection between humans and nature that is also very prevalent in this film. So I would love to understand from you, how are you trying to explore that connection with the help of this film?
So the whole premise of this film, that an Adivasi woman begins interacting with AI, that opens up the greatest possibility of seeing AI as alive. Why? Because in Adivasi philosophy, there is an idea that everything around you is alive, or everything around you needs to be given the designated respect that human life
has.
human, and जब अगर ये कोई और मान लो नॉन आदिवासी, नेमा would have been a non Adivasi, maybe she would not have seen that AI child and felt that this is alive. Right? Because she comes from that thought process, because she comes from that belief system, that moment where she sees that AI figure trying to get up, and that euphemism is thrown around that AI is like a child, she believes it. She believes it, and once that belief sets in, you approach it with a lot more care, which is why she says कि भाई ये पेस्ट नहीं है मैडम, AI को गलत सिखाएंगे तो गलत सीख जाएगा. ये जो मोमेंट है ना उस फिल्म में कि वो ये बोलना ये चाह रही है कि भाई आई केयर अबाउट दिस. देयर आर अदर वुमेन इन दैट डेटा लेबलिंग सेंटर एज वेल जो कि नॉन आदिवासी होंगी, हु मे जस्ट सी इट एज अनदर टेक्नोलॉजी, बट व्हाई डज शी केयर? सो द ब्यूटी ऑफ दिस स्पेस, एंड दिस इज व्हाट लाइक films do. Like for me, like a premise like this just opens it up to the great possibility of really going into certain ideology, certain philosophy of a space, of a time, and apply it to the larger entity which is AI.
इसमें थोड़ा सा मैं जोड़ना चाहूँगा. हमको लगता है कि सेकेंड टाइम शायद आप आए होंगे मेरे पास रिसर्च के समय, तो इन्होंने छोटा हम लोग का वीडियो देखा था, उसमें चीटी और क्या क्या सब है, ऐसा कुछ है. तो इन्होंने कहा कि भाई बिजुदा आप लोग जो बनाए हैं इसमें चीटी है, ये सब है ऐसा. मैं तो मतलब कि हाँ है, ये सब मुझे बहुत पसंद है. तो मुझे लगा कि नहीं, नेचर के करीब ज़्यादा जाना चाहते हैं या फिर जुड़ाव उनका रुझान है, ऐसा मुझे लगा. ये और सच में वो हुआ भी. जो फिल्म में अगर देखेंगे तो एक से एक चीज़ें, फिलोसफी की बात कर रहे हैं, ट्राइबल नॉलेज की बात कर रहे हैं, सिस्टम की जो बात कर रहे हैं, सब सारी चीज़ उभर के आती है. तो कहीं अगर आपके मन में रहेगा कि भाई उन सारी चीज़ों से अगर हमारा जुड़ाव कैसा है, तभी वो दिल से मिलेगा. तो अरे जी जब बोले कि भाई आपका जो हम देखें चीटी दे, तो वो सब याद आता है, तो ये ऐसा लगता है.
राइट. एंड ये वो जो एक सीन था ना जहाँ पे वो AI को आप प्रॉम्प्ट देते हो, क्रिएट अ ब्यूटीफुल ट्राइबल वुमन, और वो create नहीं कर पाता है. I don't know why this might sound like a very far-fetched and absolutely ridiculous, but I felt like AI is like the government who's ignoring the tribals. And this is very reminiscent with something that's happening in Bihar.
Or even larger corporate sort of structures. which are doing it.
But that's such a lovely thought, na? That technology also is a life form.
Yeah.
And we don't we treat it as we treat data as dead,
Yes.
as just like zeros and ones and
Yeah.
things to sort of play with.
Yeah.
So that idea that she gives it the respect that you give to life, is so beautiful.
Right. And most, yes.
So Gordon, I was just thinking about that. I was thinking about, are there everyday things that we do or have done that we do sometimes in India create some life around technology, you know? Either like
Camera ke around garland.
Ritual. No, but you know the thing that you know, when we've gotten to this consumption economy, everything is just about consuming. It's just about ticking a box, and you know, it's become so transactional. Our use of technology, and we take so much for granted when all of it is really magic when I think about it. I mean, how am I getting this information in 0.023 seconds, you know? And there's no respect left. You just want more, and you want it faster, and you want it cheaper. And that's just part of this giant consumption trap that we've built for ourselves, and nothing will satisfy us anymore. Now it's like an endless void of just more and more information.
Consumption.
And we just want more of it. And this is such an incredible break from it, because of this idea that even if it is just an algorithm, we give it the same sort of respect we would give any life form, or we would treat it as this new entrant into the world, like we would treat any other form of life, like, you know. So it would be wonderful if we could make that happen, and change our mindsets and the way we interact or we look at technology.
We're also in a way custodians of whatever this planet is, right?
Yeah.
And like organic life is so fragile that it can die with an asteroid or a nuclear war or whatever. In that sense, like a lot of people have spoken about this, but maybe organic life is a stepping stone to another civilization which can outlast and spread to other parts of the solar system. And in that, if we are the custodians and that is the civilization, then will that only represent the global north, the first world way of living, or could it represent a lot more of humanity? वो भी एक पक्ष है, मतलब I strongly feel about that.
I love that you think we are guardians, but we are literally guests on this planet. We are not custodians of any kind. We are just like plunderers, looters, and guests who have outstayed our welcome on this planet. To my mind, we are custodians of nothing, literally. I mean, we are lucky the planet hasn't like literally thrown us out by now. And it's by which I mean we have pretty much you know, sort of like leapfrogged over every natural law. We've done whatever we pleased in our quest to please ourselves.
Yeah.
So the natural world is going to do what it does. I mean, you know, which
Send out a virus.
Yeah, so you know, in about
seriously?
every few million years anyway, like new life forms are born, we will go, this entire wonderful digital thing that we've created to entertain ourselves will also go. You know, it was part of our incredible curiosity. I mean, I think human beings are so interesting like that. You know, as a life form, we are interested in things, maybe because we want to use them, but also just because we are a curious ape, right? So this curiosity has led to this overexploitation of every resource, and you know,
It's so
probably kill us
interesting.
in the end. It will anyway.
It will.
Everything has to
It
go,
has to come
and
out, so-
something will start again. So we're just
Somebody-
here for a little while.
Yeah, we're not
We
custodians.
are not custodians of
No,
any kind.
somebody asked me at a screening in New York, how do you define indigeneity? And I was a little irritated with that question because it was coming from a non-indigenous person, right?
But it's a valid question.
नहीं
It's an
उसका
interesting question.
एक पुख्ता जवाब ये है जो इससे जुड़ा हुआ है जो हम बात कर रहे हैं कि जैसे she said that Sindhis are also claiming indigeneity etc. So who is an indigenous person? I said this, that you look around America, all human beings have bent nature to its will. America is the greatest example of bending nature to its will. An indigenous person also does that, but still tries to work out a coexistence, right? And that's the only defining parameter.
Very
और
nice.
उसमें ये आइडिया मुझे लगता है जो कस्टोडियन वाला आइडिया है ना, ये थोड़ा सा वहाँ से आता है. That maybe we could be
We are
custodians.
not custodians. We are fellow travelers on this planet along with
Yeah.
beetles, bugs, birds,
Yeah.
animals, water,
Right.
rocks. हम लोग भी हैं.
Right.
एक.
Right.
We
We are not
become
above.
the apex predator, but that's not what was. We were one of the species on this planet. Like, and
Yeah.
there have been such incredible species. And
हम लोग तो गेस्ट है लेकिन गेस्ट की तरह नहीं रह रहे हैं.
हम लोग तो एक घर की चाबी ले ली और मजे कर रहे हैं हम.
मतलब जितना तहस नहस कर सकते हैं वो हो रहा है, वो कर रहे हैं.
I said this recently to someone that right now the mountains are crying and we are drowning in their tears.
That is happening. That's what's happening right
या
now.
अभी देखिए कितना
बहुत.
सब इतनी हाथ बस.
Yeah, someone's.
बहुत दुख है.
आपका फोन है वो आप इनको दे दीजिए. Will you just take the phone? We can always cut this out.
So I don't cut. I don't cut anything. वो उधर से मतलब unless कुछ प्रलय आ जाए.
प्रलय आ जाए. Okay. Now
गए custodian. Custodians गए.
I saw a video where it was raining inside Delhi airport.
Yes.
So I was like प्रलय तो आ ही गए. ये तो मतलब प्लेन आप लैंड करें और फिर आपको प्लेन के अंदर बारिश जैसा है.
जमीन तूफान मचाए हुए है और पूरा दिल्ली डूब रहा है.
नहीं मैम, गवर्नमेंट बिल्डिंग्स के अंदर तक पानी आ जाता है तो वो तो.
Today I saw something which is बहुत अजीब था. There are a bunch of people who live along Yamuna, and they are people. They're usually from communities which are landless, right? यमुना में बाढ़ आई है. उस रोड पे मैं बचपन में भी गया हूँ और मैं देख रहा हूँ कि इतना ऊपर तक पानी आया हुआ है कि उनको रोड पे अपना हट बनाना पड़ रहा है. इट्स रोड पे बनाया हुआ है उन्होंने हट है, एक के बाद एक उनका हट है. तो who's actually if you think about it, किसके कारण ये सब हो रहा है? हमारा जो excessive consumption है, हमारा excessive whatever global warming is happening because of a certain group of people excessively consuming, and
Yeah.
some people are
Other people paying the price.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, ultimately, we'll all pay the price.
Yeah.
Right now, it just feels like we are well cushioned.
Yeah.
Anyway, we keep segueing.
डेवलपमेंट का हिस्सा है ये सब.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. वो सर कॉस्ट क्या है उस डेवलपमेंट की वो समझने की ज़रूरत है, वो चीज़ है. बट दिस स्टोरी अलॉन्ग विद our interaction with technology and how we are evolving with it, how we are training, this is also like a story of a mother who's trying to find her identity and shaping the identity of not just artificial intelligence but of her two kids. And ma'am, you are a mother who's raising a kid in this day and age where technology is taking precedence. So how do you look at technology and AI as a mother?
I mean, it's kind of it's difficult now to even sort of differentiate between life and technology. It's enmeshed in our lives to such an extent. So I'm a child who grew up with only books, hardly any toys, no technology. I mean, when the black and white TV came home, we were like, oh my God, there are images that speak, and and then onto the color TV. And so I'm like from another era. And I've had to really learn to, keep up with the things that are going on. And I had a son, like who kind of was born in the flow of the great internet. So he's just, very naturally a swimmer in the internet. And it's interesting for me as a mother to watch him navigate and find what he finds, which it's also like these silos even within a home, which technology manages to create. Where my son is, living in a completely different internet world than I am. And he has absolutely other sources of news, and we all experience that. So as a mother, it can be overwhelming and disconcerting, and I try not to let it, because I feel like if we are able to give our children, like Nema does, a kind of a love and respect for that technology, and a distance from it to some extent, to be able to tell that you are a person and you are not an extension of the mouse. You feel like you've done okay if you can do that. Really, it's a tricky time. I mean, and my son is into games, video games, and I have never played a video game in my life. It's fascinating. I'm from a time when, even the whatever you call them, the Chota Game Boys were not around, right? So I'm learning. All I can say is I feel like I'm the child in this, equation, and I'm really learning while he and I feel like I can tell that if you raise a kid right, technology can be the most incredible tool. The access that we have to new ways of thinking, easier ways of doing things, connecting with people. It's fascinating, and I really think that we need to respect that. And I think my son does. So I'm learning a lot as a mother.
Yeah, and most importantly, I personally feel that AI has given us so much of knowledge base. Like, you want to learn anything. Like, I recently learned that there is a Greek cinema wave that happened after 2008 crash, which gave birth to filmmakers like Yorgos Lanthimos. And I was like, okay, so, and then I asked this question, okay, how that is connected to this, how this cinema wave is connected to that, and it gave me an entire breakdown. So that kind of usage becomes usage and not over reliance.
When you think that Linnaeus, when he was sort of labeling plant life and also animals, but like largely botanical, ये जो Carl Linnaeus ने classification system जो बनाई हर एक पौधे की, पेड़ की, of course अभी तक शायद बहुत सारी चीज़ें ऐसी हैं जिनका वो जानकारी सबको ना हो या उस क्लासिफिकेशन के अंदर ना हो, लेकिन उसको हुए सिर्फ 150 साल है. Like, it's 150 years ago when we started labeling plant life. We are now in a place where genuinely the human brain has had to grow to accommodate the kind of information that which we did all these past 150 years of all the information we were collecting. And then we were like, wait a minute, we don't need to do this. We can dump it all onto this lovely, machine. And so I feel like it's incredible, because while my son doesn't have any of the information I had growing up, like in the knowledge systems that we grew up, हम लोग को सब रट पढ़ के सब सीखना पड़ता, नहीं तो मतलब कुछ कर ही नहीं सकते, जॉब नहीं मिल सकती थी, कुछ नहीं हो सकता था. आज के ज़माने में आपको कोई उस टाइप की इंफॉर्मेशन की ज़रूरत नहीं है, लेकिन उन बच्चों की जानकारी, क्योंकि दे आर नेचुरल कंज्यूमर्स ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन, दे नेचुरल लाइक स्पंजेस. I can sit with my son and he can talk to me in great detail with like thousands of data points about a show, like about Jujutsu Kaisen or something, and there'll be so much information there, and levels and degrees of like worlds within it. And I'm like, why do we send you to school at all? Literally. There's no jankari of the, I mean, they'll be like, yeah, of course, your whatever tables and things, I don't need to learn. Why should I learn those things?
Right.
I don't know if you've experienced this recently, like I felt this with a certain age, like a younger age group, that is, where there's a lot of information available, you're dopamine high on so much information, but there is so much suffering in the inability to execute that information. And I read somewhere, it's true that the most amount of suffering that happens is because I know all of this, but I don't know how to use it. And I think that that's what maybe going to school actually go back to is actually because of the friction of maybe a not so good teacher, a friend who's not so. All of this actually forms maybe the environment for you to actually practice it in the real world. Because when you do know everything, but you're like, it's not working.
Well, do it.
It's not working. And it's like just the suffering, that you go through.
I think competence का भी है ना थोड़ा
And
सा.
I think that, sorry to interrupt, but I think that is what's causing a lot of anxiety in young people, is because there's so much information
Right.
also, and probably not enough of an outlet for it, or to do something with it, and there's that pressure of, what are you actually going to, how are you going to actually use it? Sorry.
नहीं, I was exactly on the same lines only. I was feeling कि there's a certain competence that gets built if you figure something out on your own instead of just being a consumer. फिगर मतलब ये भी नहीं है कि किताबों में भी आप पर कौन सी किताब में खोजना है, वो भी तो एक प्रोसेस है ना, which I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, this is very debatable because I feel like there are so many more sources of information available. You still have to, sift the right kind of information out of them.
Right.
There's so much misinformation available,
And
which
then you have to sort it out. Yeah.
find out
Yeah.
from. And
Absolutely.
also, like he said, the way he just learned something completely new about Greek cinema.
Yeah.
People are just entirely teaching themselves
A lot.
literally everything.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a massive upside to technology. There's no question about it. And massive upside to AI as well. There's because what was the point of having 20, 30 years of data in the world if not to save ourselves at least
The
the
pain of-
effort
yeah.
of getting, say, the right answer at the end of something.
Right.
Now, is it the right answer? Is how when we kind of come to how are these algorithms
Absolutely.
built? Who are the people building them? Is it equitable? Is it representative of people? Those are the conversations to be had actually at this critical time, which your film does so beautifully.
Ma'am, there's this one gap that I have a concern about, which is कि भाई ये जो all of these open source softwares are very much English oriented. So there's a thought, there's a philosophy that will this lead, instead of democratizing further, will this lead to a larger gap in people who actually in progress that happens in people that know English versus people who don't know English, and that gap will widen.
100%.
We discussed this also during
Exactly
the,
what Mati was saying.
Yeah.
I mean, you've created a machine to take out money, and it actually can, like, someone can get completely looted because they have no idea how to use it. He's giving somebody who doesn't know his PIN code.
Yeah.
So it's exceedingly sort of balanced in favor of people who are tech savvy,
Friendly. Yeah.
English speaking.
yeah.
Yeah.
Aranya, in your film, as ma'am was also saying, I feel that, and I'm sure you have received this compliment, that there is a lot of authenticity in your film, not just in terms of the technology, because अक्सर आप देखते हो ना कि sometimes what happens कि और हाँ, yes, this is how that app works in real life. So you have given that authenticity of how technology is used, but at the same time you are also giving authenticity in terms of portraying the world that you are capturing. And then if I talk about, like, in terms of cinematography, there are so many moments that just exhibit so much control over the shot. Like you and your cinematographer are like very intentional कि भाई हमें ये चाहिए, this is what we want, and you've captured it beautifully. And since there is a considerable amount of film that is shot outdoors, and then you've said that you've finished this film in just 12 days, so which is absolutely remarkable. So I would love to understand.
Remarkable नहीं है, वो पैसे नहीं थे 12 दिन से
That's exactly.
12 दिन से ज़्यादा खींचने के.
I would love to understand कि as a crew, how did you achieve this efficiency, control and authenticity?
Authenticity, I think I have a pretty good answer because it comes from our interactions, Bijuda and I. I was portraying an Urao Adivasi woman, right? So for a long time, I was hung up on कि मुझे rituals एकदम correct, एकदम चीज़ें मुझे to the T ठीक रखनी है. Otherwise, like, I'm coming in as a non-Adivasi to make this filmmaker, it's going to be a But then he said, and in our discussion we arrived at something ki don't approach this with fear. Get the broad strokes right. Authenticity comes from जो उस जगह की philosophy है, जो वो शकरकंदी निकालो तो मिट्टी वापस डाल दो, वो उस जगह की philosophy है ना, कि ताकि कीटाणु और जो कीट है वो वापस they're secure. That's a philosophy thing. It may not be specific to a tribe. So I think that not to approach it with fear and getting the broad strokes right was the larger approach to it. एक चीज़ मुझे जो जिसमें आई हैव टेकन अ लॉट ऑफ लाइक pleasure and pride is that we've cut between a cave painting and a captcha.
Yeah.
And there is a journey of a jump of a millennia.
Amazing.
The first labeling inside a cave and the labeling that we do now.
Just like that moment from 2001, where he throws that and then spaceship. That is your 2001 moment.
Wow.
ये तो मैं नहीं बोलूँगा
क्या
but
बात है।
No, I mean, of course, you are showing that journey, the leap.
it's a jump of a millennia
Yeah.
for sure.
Jump over.
बट वो कैप्चा वाला भी इंटरेस्टिंग ये है क्योंकि कैप्चा व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड स्टडिंग डेटा लेबलिंग सेंटर्स पे कैप्चा टेस्ट नहीं होता है. कैप्चा टेस्ट हमने सिर्फ फिल्म के लिए याद किया क्योंकि कैप्चा इज समथिंग दैट all of us have done.
Yes.
So the moment you write it into the script,
Right.
you're like immediately people get it. Oh, this is data labeling, and we've been doing it for decades, right? So immediately, so that's something like I think.
How did you write this?
How did I write this? I think I worked a lot with research, anecdotal one like nuts and bolts of factual research, and then anecdotal research. So through him, I connected to a lot of Adivasi women. I connected to a lot of writers, filmmakers, Adivasi art conservationists. उनसे बात करते करते कई चीज़ें निकली. जैसे he connected me to Bulu Imam, who's a Adivasi art conservationist. He's also restored and rediscovered almost 70 rock art sites, Paleolithic rock art sites in Jharkhand. He's still a great guy, but his wife, Philomena ji, we would sit for 4 hours every day and she would just keep telling me and she would be like, वो देख रहे हो वो एक ड्रोंगो करके एक बर्ड होती है ना, हाँ तो वो ड्रोंगो would come nearby and she would be like ये तब से मंड रहा है इसलिए इसको भूख लगी है खाना मांग रहा है मुझसे, you know, and then she would be like कि जब आप as a non आदिवासी घास पे चलते हैं तो आपको लगता है कि आप entitled हैं. She would say it in her own way. She would say कि आपको लगता है कि you are entitled to walk on the grass. But when I walk on it, we thank it. You know, give it a certain respect that it deserves. तो उन सब conversation parallelly, and then just I think the use of I used a lot of ticking clock situations to keep it, like for example the captcha test is a classic ticking clock, और जो जब वो भटक जाती है evening हो रहा है, that's a classic ticking. तो बीच बीच में I would make sure that there are these ticking clock moments, and just went along classically kind of writing and researching. It fell into place, but a
And
lot
this
of conversation.
3-chapter thing, the way you did it,
This wasn't in the writing.
wasn't it?
हाँ
That was
ये
when you edited.
edit पे निकला क्योंकि like I've
The
also
material turned out the
Yeah.
way it did, and
yeah, and also there was like very logistically the Dhanu's character has interestingly her references in cinema were something Nagpuri films होती हैं जो which are akin to Bhojpuri films, right?
Okay.
In that area, Nagpuri is a like
Okay.
छोटा नागपुर प्लेटो की लैंग्वेज, हाँ
I see.
सादरी एंड नागपुरी, तो वो बहुत लाउड फिल्म्स हैं, राइट? सो शी वाज कमिंग फ्रॉम दोज रेफरेंसेस, सो शी हैड अ वेरी वेरी सेंसिटिव फेस, बट द मोमेंट शी वुड काइंड ऑफ टेक अ डायलॉग, अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स इट वुड बी अ लिटिल लाउड. तो हमने वी रीओरिएंटेड द स्क्रीन प्ले इन अ वे दैट वी रीस्ट्रक्चर्ड अ लॉट ऑफ इट. उस रीस्ट्रक्चरिंग में द चैप्टर्स केम बाय.
I see.
बिकॉज फर्स्ट एक्ट में बहुत कुछ हो रहा है, द माइंड इज गोना बी लाइक यार what are they talking about, but the moment I say to learn like a child, कहीं ना कहीं वो माँ
It
बेटी
directed us towards something, and yeah, no, it's very, very, very beautifully put together. I mean, I think it's a remarkable film also because of the sort of brevity with which he says so much and opens so many conversations. I think that's something that comes through in very, very good writing and beautiful editing. I mean, like the way it's put together.
जैसे जी आदिवासी फिलोसफी जो है ना, जैसे उन्होंने कहा कि वो कंद है जड़ से निकालते हैं, तो वो क्या होता है कि आप जब मेन जड़ को ऊपर से दोबारा गाड़ देंगे तो अगले साल कोई और दूसरों के लिए आएगा जी। तो वैसे ही जैसे जड़ी बूटी भी अगर निकालते हैं, जैसे अभी बड़ी बड़ी कंपनियां हैं वो तो होलसेल में निकाल रही है ना, पूरा जंगल खत्म कर दे रही हैं। तो लेकिन आदिवासी कम्युनिटी में क्या करेंगे कि वो बोलेंगे कि नहीं, एक सांस में निकालना है जड़ी बूटी, तो एक सांस में कितना निकले, हो सकता है छोटा सा, लेकिन वही काम करेगा। ऐसे अगर आप बहुत ज़्यादा बल्क में लाएंगे तो काम नहीं करेगा ऐसा भी, क्योंकि जनरेशन को कैसे पीढ़ी दर पीढ़ी आप कैसे दे रहे हैं, एक जनरेशन को दूसरे जनरेशन को कैसे आप नॉलेज को पास कर रहे हैं, ये इम्पोर्टेंट है। तो वैसे नेचर के साथ किस तरीके से जुड़ाव रहता है, जैसे अगर कोई मर गया तो एक हफ्ते दिन में 10 दिन में जो रिचुअल होंगी तो जंगल जाएंगे तो रोज दिन दतवन लाएंगे, पत्ता लाएंगे, लेकिन उस समय क्या करेंगे, थोड़ा सा तंबाकू दे देंगे। उतने बड़े जंगल के लिए थोड़ा सा तंबाकू क्या होगा, लेकिन वो जुड़ाव जो है नेचर के साथ कि भाई परमिशन ले रहे हैं, एक रिश्ता है कि आज फलाना आदमी मर गया है, उसके नाम पर हम आपको एक थोड़ा सा खैनी दे रहे हैं, तंबाकू दे रहे हैं, या 2 बूंद दारू दे रहे हैं, दहिया दे रहे हैं, इसको स्वीकारो। ऐसे
एक जो लेन देन नहीं है पर एक रिश्ता है।
तो ये जो आदिवासी दर्शन जिसको हम लोग बोलते हैं वो अंदर में छुपा रहता है। तो इस फिल्म में काफी हद तक वो सब काफी उभर के आए हैं।
It's a very benevolent barter, you can say that. Yeah. Matthew was saying something.
No, I was going to say actually one of the interesting things, because we were talking about the 3 chapters, right?
Yeah.
I realized at that time when we had to get the letters, just you realize that actually it's not there. Like we couldn't. I think Jujuda said it Kuruk language, so then he would type it out, and I remember it was the last thing for submitting, you know. And then on Canva, we tried to make like the thing. It was
We were supposed to take out a DCP, and we were not able to find the Kuruk letters. मतलब for your audience who doesn't know the chapter.
कैसा शूट करके आ रहा था, रास्ते में था, शाम में बोल रहे हैं कि अभी चाहिए।
He says Abhi, it is 11:30, 12 of the night. So I said,
ये इनको बोलिए आप, ठीक है। इन्होंने मुझे बोला था लास्ट मिनट, इन्होंने मुझे बोला है कि यार अरण्या वी हैव टू डू दिस। आई वाज लाइक यार ये आइडिया तो आया था, व्हाई डिडंट वी डू दिस।
तो फाइल हुआ कैसे, फिर आपने लिखा?
हाँ,
और फिर इन लोगों ने कैनवा पे उनका वो जो है
this in 3 days basically. He's like, I have this idea, chapters, it's going to work. Then just before the DCP thing happened, we're like, why can't we have it in the Kurus letters? So then we said, where could you go for this Kuruk letters? And of course,
he has a Kuruk translating this app that does that. तो उन्होंने वो letters दिए, उसका एक export किया in image, and then we put that.
सॉफ्टवेयर में पे इतना था जी, और वो वर्ड फाइल अलग से जाता नहीं था, वो सॉफ्टवेयर से ही जाता था, फिर प्रोप करके देना पड़ता था।
it is a screenshot, take out transparency in that. But that's a slide.
Earliest DCPs have like some blurriness to the to the Kuruk.
Is there actually even now?
Earliest DCP. नहीं
not
अभी
as sharp.
not as sharp.
मतलब टाइम ही नहीं है, जल्दी कीजिए।
Sorry, ये बॉम्बे की रीत है। मैं
But it's incredible, ये भाषा अभी भी बोला जाता है, मतलब ब्रॉडली बोला जाता है कि आज की जो पीढ़ी है वो कम बोलने लगी है
ये एरिया है। जैसे लोहरदगा जो जिला है रांची के बगल में, जो वहाँ पर अभी के यूथ थोड़ा कम बोल रहे हैं, लेकिन जैसे मेरा 200 किलोमीटर दूर है लातेहार जिला, गुमला, और वैसे छत्तीसगढ़ है और मध्य प्रदेश तक आ जाते हैं, तो इस रीजन ज़्यादा बोलते हैं। अच्छा, हाँ, कुरुक हम लोग।
सर, आपने इस पूरे फिल्म मेकिंग स्पेस में इतना काम किया है और आपका काम सब नहीं देखा है, तो आप कैन यू हेल्प अस इन अंडरस्टैंड कि इस वक्त इंडियन सिनेमा में जिस तरह की फिल्में बन रही हैं, तो हमारी जो फ़िल्में हैं वो किस तरह से झारखंड और वहाँ के जितने ट्राइबल कम्युनिटीज़ हैं उनको किस तरह से वो कैप्चर कर पा रही हैं, और उसमें ऑफ कोर्स ह्यूमंस इन द लूप एक बहुत बड़ा एडिशन है। तो अगर आप वो एक एक्सपीरियंस और वो एक नॉलेज हमारे साथ शेयर कर पाएँ, एंड ऑफ कोर्स आपका काम तो है ही जो इतना मतलब
इस फिल्म में जितना मदद करना था उतना तो कर नहीं पाया, बस थोड़ा सा ही किया। लेकिन एक चीज़ हम लोग बात करते हैं कि खासकर झारखंड में उस तरीके से फिल्म को लेकर बहुत डेवलप हुआ है, ऐसी बात नहीं है। लेकिन हमारी कोशिश रहती है कि हम रीजनल फिल्म को कैसे डेवलप करें, क्योंकि हो क्या रहा है, ये हॉलीवुड का कॉपी बॉलीवुड कर रहा है और वहाँ का कॉपी झारखंड में हो रहा है। तो ये जो कॉपी पेस्ट वाली जो है, इससे हम लोग कैसे हट के काम करें, ये हमारी कोशिश रहती है। और इसमें जैसे रीजनल की बात करें तो रीजनल में सिर्फ भाषा बोलने से तो नहीं होगा, वहाँ का कल्चर क्या है, कस्टम क्या है, रीति रिवाज, ये सब सारी चीज़ें, रहन सहन, बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं। उन सारी चीज़ों को कैसे हम सामने लाएं। और इस महीने में देखते हैं तो ये जो फिल्म है काफ़ी मतलब एक सील के पत्थर में लिखा हुआ टाइप का कहना चाहिए वो है। क्योंकि मैं इनको पहले ही बोला कि झारखंड में इस तरीके से, मामी ने बोला था ना कि जब वहाँ रिलीज हुआ उसके बाद कि भाई काफ़ी बढ़िया मूवी बनी है, और एक अलग तरीके से कि भाई जो कॉपी पेस्ट वाली फिल्म से अलग है। तो एक हम लोग बोलते हैं ना कि मार्गदर्शन का काम करेगा कि भाई हम लोग जो नए टीम में दर्शन, क्योंकि अभी एक तो है कि जो फिल्म इंस्टीट्यूट से पढ़ के आए, जैसे FTI से हुआ या SRFTI से, वो अच्छे डेवलप डिप्लोमा फिल्म बना रहे हैं अलग तरीके का। कहीं ना कहीं वो मतलब फंडिंग की वजह से बड़ी फिल्म नहीं बना पा रहे हैं, उनका कॉन्सेप्ट है अलग तरीके का बनाने का। जैसे निरंजन गुजर हुआ, सेराल में हुए, ये सब का काफ़ी अच्छा है। तो हम लोग सेराल के साथ बैठ के देखें, जो PI पास आउट है सीनियर, तो हम लोग काफ़ी डिस्कस किए कि भाई किस तरीके से उभर के आया है, क्या चीज़ है। तो हम लोग आपस में, जैसे मेघनाथ जी हैं, उनके साथ भी बैठ के डिस्कस किए, और भी जो पुरुषोत्तम का नाम लिए, पुरुषोत्तम और जो कैरेक्टर है अनुराग, उनके साथ बैठ के चर्चा की कि हम लोग आगे कैसे अलग बनाना है। पहले तो बनाना है, लेकिन अलग कैसे बनाना है, जो कॉपी पेस्ट से हट के कैसे करें। वैसे ही जैसे नाम लेना चाहिए कि नहीं, अभी बॉम्बे में ही मैं एक फिल्म आई थी आदिवासी विषय पर, वो एकदम मन को बहुत ख़राब लगा। जयराम की बात कर रहे हैं, वो झारखंड की बात कर रहे हैं, ड्रेस कर रहे हैं उड़ीसा का, बात कर रहे हैं उड़ीसा, मैं पूरा मिक्स करके कहीं से रिलेट नहीं। अगर वो झारखंड वाले कोई पसंद नहीं कर रहे सीधा में, तो ऐसे ही है। तो ऐसी परिस्थिति में अगर इस तरीके की मूवी जो आई है, जो अगर बना पाए, चाहे पूरी टीम अगर बना पाए, तो बहुत अच्छा है। बाकी एक मार्गदर्शन का काम करें,
मतलब एक प्रेरणा का स्रोत ये फिल्म बनी है जी।
एक मतलब ब्रॉडली मैं जब देखता था कि झारखंड के ऊपर या छत्तीसगढ़ के ऊपर फिल्म जो बन रही है, उसमें क्या हैं टॉपिक्स अगर देखें तो क्या नक्सलिज्म एक बड़ा टॉपिक है, वायलेंस या माइनिंग या एक्सप्लॉयटेशन, उसी हाँ उसी दायरे के अंदर अधिकतर फिल्में बनती गई हैं। तो दिस डेफिनेटली आई हैड इन माइंड कि उधर अननेसेसरीली स्ट्रे नहीं करना है आपको, क्योंकि देयर इज दिस साइड टू द लाइफ दैट वी हैवंट एक्सप्लोर्ड एट ऑल।
Yeah, it's absolutely completely fresh and mind-boggling that there's data labeling centers where you least expect them to be. This character is just such a forward, progressive, incredible character in a village somewhere in India. So it's a very unusual way of looking at the indigenous person. Really.
But I would see these characters, you know, when I would be
Yeah,
in
of
Jonah.
course, I'm sure.
When I would be in Jonah, I would see Nema in a lot of women. There's a lot of strength that I've seen in those areas in women, because काफी घर का जो चलाना है और जो इकोनॉमिक एक तरीके का फुटहोल्ड है वो औरतें करती हैं एंड सच स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ कैरेक्टर सो इज टू से यू नो and you know when you were asking about writing, I think this just looking at those characters around me, I was like this, I just need to, what is the wound that emotional wound I can give this character, and then give a payoff to the emotional wound. And then the other thing was biases, bias वाला जो एक AI को bias है पर एक उसकी बेटी को भी bias है जो कि biases आप आदिवासीज के अराउंड उधर हैं. So I think those two lines I was able to structure it a little. But ये अपनी तारीफ कभी खुद नहीं करेंगे तो मुझे प्लीज एक लाइन बोलने दीजिए. हाँ, ये बीजू तोपो अखरा करके एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है which works with indigenous youth working and engaging in media. ये लोग बीजू तोपो और अखरा के जितने लोग जुड़े हुए हैं इंक्लूडिंग मेघनाथ दा 3 टाइम नेशनल अवार्ड विनिंग फिल्म मेकर्स हैं. 3 बार ही जीते हैं ये लोग. हमको प्रॉब्लम ये है इंडिया के साथ कि जो भी सेंटर्स हैं ना हमारे वहाँ पे जो जो चीज़ें हो रही हैं वो उनका एंगेजमेंट बहुत है, मतलब मीडिया एंगेजमेंट बहुत है, उसका शोर बहुत है. बट जो भी कोने में किसी भी देश के कोने में है उसका मेन स्ट्रीम में जाना नहीं होता है. एंड बट दैट वन थिंग आई हैव टू से हियर दैट द गवर्नमेंट inadvertently often reaches these people. The government has recognized them. For example, even Bulu Imam became a मतलब किसी को नहीं पता था ना कि उन्होंने 70 रॉक आर्ट साइट्स डिस्कवर करके उसको मेंटेन किया है. वो गांव-गांव जाके सोहराई को बचाने के लिए पैसे देते हैं, वो सब करते हैं. किसी को नहीं पता था. The government gave him a recognition.
सर कोई आपके काम के साथ साथ और ह्यूमंस इन द लूप के साथ साथ कोई ऐसी फिल्में या कोई ऐसे और शॉर्ट फिल्म्स जो हम देख सकते हैं जिससे कि हमें झारखंड के बारे में और ज़्यादा सीखने को मिले?
जरूर. जैसे अभी बताया ना, जैसे सराल मुर्मू का डिग्न है डिप्लोमा के लिए संधानी करके, बहुत बढ़िया. संधानी आप देखिए मैं. हाँ, संधानी निरंजन किशोर का एड़पा का नाव, उनका भी डिप्लोमा फिल्म है एड़पा का नाव, असारा टैक्स है, वो बहुत बढ़िया है. और उन्हीं का पहाड़ा भी है. तो इस तरीके से है काफ़ी रोल.
इनकी फिल्में मज़ेदार 2-3 बताऊं मैं?
हाँ प्लीज.
गाड़ी लोहारदा का देखना
ओके.
मज़ेदार है. मतलब इट्स द सिंगल गेज ट्रेन जो होती थी ना, इट्स गोइंग आउट ऑफ यूज एट दैट टाइम. सो ऑल ऑफ देम सिट इन द सिंगल गेज ट्रेन एंड दे सिंग द सॉन्ग्स अराउंड द, मतलब जो ट्रेन के अराउंड, वो पटरी के अराउंड के जो गाने बने हुए हैं, दे ऑल सिंगिंग एंड ही इज शूटिंग.
क्या बात.
Then his most important work, in my opinion, is his documentary on Ramdayal Munda, whose ideas have significantly had a lot of impact on Jharkhand. और इनकी एक चीज़ जो मैं चुराना चाहता था जो मैं चुरा नहीं पाया, was इनकी एक रोपनी करके एक छोटी सी क्लिप है जिसमें कि महिलाएं रोपनी कर रही हैं, जो कि महाराष्ट्र वगैरह सब जगह होता है. you've also seen it. हाँ. एंड उसमें करते करते दे स्टार्ट सिंगिंग एंड इन दैट मस्ती, मौज मस्ती, दे जो मिट्टी उसके साथ हाथ में आ रही है, they keep start putting on each other and playing holi with it. So I wanted like a scene and a culmination where Dhanu is in that field and the women begin to kind of put the mud on her and वह मैं नहीं कर पाया.
क्यों नहीं बोलेंगे, बोलने से हो जाता. इंस्पिरेशन
इंस्पायर्ड बाय बोल रहे थे.
सर आपने अभी कुछ देर पहले कहा था कि कैमरा की जो ताकत होती है वो आप मतलब भली भांति आपको है कि हाँ मुझे जो कैमरा की पावर है वो बहुत ज़्यादा है. तो सर आपने, जैसे हम सब ने अपनी लाइफ में सिनेमा को अलग अलग तरीक़ों से डिस्कवर किया, तो सर आपकी ज़िंदगी में सिनेमा कैसे आया और आपको कब यह एहसास हुआ कि नहीं मुझे एक फिल्म मेकर की भूमिका निभानी है ताकि मैं इन कहानियों को कह पाऊँ, क्योंकि शायद अगर मैं नहीं करूँगा तो कौन करेगा? या फिर आपका था कि नहीं, मतलब किस तरह से आपके अंदर वो रुझान बना कि हाँ मुझे ये करना है?
हाँ, ये पहले तो कुछ रुझान था नहीं, लेकिन जब हम लोग, मेरा गांव रांची से 200 किलोमीटर दूर है, जब उधर मैट्रिक से पढ़ाई की उसके बाद रांची आने का मौका मिला पढ़ने के लिए, तो रांची आ गए. जब रांची आई तो पता चल रहा है कि भाई यहाँ काफ़ी आंदोलन चल रहा था झारखंड मुंबई को लेके। मैं 87 आसपास की बात में बोल रहा हूँ। अब काफ़ी पीक में था। अब हम लोग सबसे पीछे लाइन में रहते थे, लाइन में, और सुनते थे कि भाई स्लोगन जल जंगल जमीन हमारा है, लड़के लेंगे झारखंड, यही सब चलता था। तो लगता था ये क्या बोलते हैं, भाषण शुरू करते ये सब। पर वहीं से कुछ न धीरे धीरे लगा कि कुछ अलग चीज़ तो है। फिर हमारा एक छोटा ग्रुप था, जैसे पलामू जिला था, तो पलामू हम लोग इतने दूर से जाते हैं, तो पलामू छात्र सहयोग एक छोटा ग्रुप था। तो उसमें भी हम लोग कुछ नहीं, बस जैसे अभी आज के दिन में कर्मा मन रहा है झारखंड में, करम त्योहार, तो करम और सरम 2 त्यौहार है। तो उसमें हम लोग पलामू वाले कल्चरल टीम देते थे कंपटीशन में। जी का हम लोग हर बार जीतते थे, फर्स्ट जाते थे। तो मादर जगह यही सब जितनी होता था। तो वैसे ही 91-92 में उस छात्र संघ का वाइस प्रेसिडेंट में रहा। और उन्हीं दिनों एक अनाउंसमेंट होता है हमारे इलाके में, जो मैं लतरहाट की बात कर रहा था, वहाँ पर एक बड़ा आर्मी का कैंप होने वाला है, 245 गांव से विस्थापन हो। तो फिर हमको बोला गया कि भाई आप छात्र संघ का हो तो कुछ कीजिए। तो फिर हम मीटिंग कॉल करके फिर जो रिटायर्ड थे बुलाए, फिर हमने चर्चा की कि क्या करना है। तो बोले नहीं, डिस्प्लेसमेंट के सवाल पे तो आंदोलन करना चाहिए, युवाओं को, छात्रों को करना चाहिए। तो फिर और इसी बीच में हमारे सीनियर साथी मेघनाथ, फिर महादेव टक्को, हेराल्ड टक्को, ये हमारे पास आते थे कैंपस में, कॉलेज संजीव कॉलेज कैंपस में। अब बैठते हम डिस्कस करते थे, बोलते थे कि भाई सब चीज़ में तो है, नौकरी कैसा करने सब जा रहे हैं, मीडिया फील्ड में कोई नहीं है, मैं आदिवासी जीरो है, पूरा वैक्यूम पड़ा हुआ है। तो आप लोग को सोचना चाहिए। तो फिर हम लोग सोचे सब नौकरी करता ही है तो चलिए हम लोग इसी लाइन में कुछ करते हैं। तो बस फिर कॉलेज ख़त्म हुआ और हम लोग सुनील मींज, फिलिप कुजूर, जेवियर कुजूर, अजय तिर्की, मैं, फिर मेघनाथ के साथ हम लोग अखबार बनाए। फिर दूसरे दिन से ट्राइपॉड ढोना शुरू किए। कैमरा दलका शुरू आया। तो 94 में फिर शिव प्रकाश यहाँ दिल्ली से ही सेबिलिटी एक्सपर्ट था, तो वो सीख के गए हुए थे, ट्रेनिंग लेते हैं। तो मेघना तो उससे पहले सीख के गए थे। तो ठीक है, शिव प्रकाश उत्सुक कर रहे थे। हमारा जो आंदोलन था उसी पर नतहास इलाके में, तो उनको ज़रूरत था कि भाई कोई हमको घुमाए। मेरा घर गरीब था, तो मैंने तो 40-50 दिन साथ में घुमाए। फिर यहाँ दिल्ली में आके फिर एडिट हुआ, तो यही से शुरुआत हुआ। फिर हमारे पास एक DSLR कैमरा था मेघा जी के पास, तो मालूम नहीं था अपर्चर क्या होता है, फोकस क्या होता है, फिल्म स्पीड क्या होता है, कुछ मालूम नहीं, बस क्लिक करते गए। तो मेघनाथ बोले कह रहे सारा रील बर्बाद करोगे। अरे बर्बाद होगा क्या। तो फिर वहाँ से फिर उन्होंने बताया कि लॉग सिक बनाए, कि अभी का टेम्परेचर क्या है, अच्छा 5.6, शटर स्पीड क्या है 60, ऐसा कर करके बाहर का टेम्परेचर क्या है। तो फिर प्रिंट करने के बाद मैच कराते थे, तो जो मैच होते गया उससे आ गया। तो स्टील कैमरा संयोग से मेरा कंपोजिशन अच्छा था। उन्होंने बोला कि कंपोजिशन तेरा अच्छा है, मैं बोला ये कंपोजिशन क्या होता है। तो इसके बाद फिर 15 दिन का ट्रेनिंग लिया पटना में, की खाई दी 15 दिन का, कुछ समझ में नहीं आया।
His photos are also incredible. आपकी फोटोज फिल्म में भी हैं, ये भी बोले।
ये जो लास्ट में जितने फोटो है ना,
वो सारे उनकी हैं। The ones which of the women in the जो पीठ पे है,
Yeah.
one of them is his wife and his son.
अरे
So,
बहुत सारे जो आंदोलन का जो बात कर रहा था फोटो में है लास्ट में, वो सब। तो वहाँ से जर्नी शुरू होता है, फिर धीरे धीरे पढ़ते गए, सीखते गए। फिर फेस्टिवल से मुझे मालूम भी नहीं था कि ये फेस्टिवल भी होते हैं। जब फेस्टिवल गया तो उसमें अवार्ड्स भी होते हैं, वो भी मालूम नहीं था। जब कुमार जी को अवार्ड मिला तो बोले कि अच्छा अवार्ड भी नहीं था। जी
Their wall is all four walls are full.
Full of awards.
Full. It's such a purpose-driven place. It's lovely.
लेकिन मेरा वही रहा कि जो मीडियम है इसका मैं अपने सोसाइटी के लिए किस तरीके से साथ में खड़ा रहूं। एक नेता होता है कि भाई 1000 लोगों के सामने भाषण देता है, मोटिवेट करता है, लेकिन हम तो ऐसा नहीं कर पाए जी। लेकिन मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ, मेरा सोसाइटी के लिए क्या कंट्रीब्यूशन रहेगा, ये एक से बड़ा उसी के।
Right. Mathi, can you tell me about this Story Culture Impact Fellowship, which became such a huge platform for this film?
Sure. I think there's always an interest to maybe imagine cinema in a way where it can be purposeful and it can bring people together in a way that it can, I can't say it can make change, but at least it's moving towards that change. And in that, we thought we have to innovate in terms of working with a philanthropy, and then two, to be able to work with like new creators like Aranya who want to tell a different story, right? And find them and work with them in a personal capacity. And third, to be able to take it to an audience, which would mean that how do we really do a lot of screenings and be able to take it there. So in a way, all these three things are a bit counterintuitive to how things usually work. Things have become deeply impersonal, as we say. People are sitting in AC rooms and saying, let's make a film about this. Maybe it's not that. And I think the fellowship gave an opportunity for us to even dig deeper into this question about technology, right? Because we all have to understand this domain, what we're talking about, the relationship with different communities. And I think the core essence of this fellowship is to bring all of that together. And I think, I mean, to be honest, this has gone way beyond what we would have imagined. And I think
No, there's something I'd like to say about this.
Yeah.
They've really challenged the funding bottleneck that these kind of films have. या तो हमको बाहर की फंडिंग से बनानी पड़ती हैं ये फिल्में, या you depend on traditional funders in India, and traditional funders will never fund a film like this, right? So when you're making a film for producers who are outside, then your aesthetic and your gaze becomes very different. And because this is coming from philanthropy, it's breaking a massive bottleneck, I would say, and that's all kudos to you guys. Of course, I took the liberty of making this short film into a feature, but it's something that you guys allowed, and I have to say, you specifically, how you flowed with me through it. It's really something. Thank you.
Yeah, and I love actually the way that because I've come onto the project last, obviously, and these people have been, sort of working on this for so long, and it's so nice to kind of join a team where the idea is so, inclusive, and the goal in the long term is really something that I so resonate with, which is that this is not some short-term film made for the opening weekend. This is like, and that, hats off to Story Culture for, enabling it, and to, of course, the Bijuda and Aranya for making such a wonderful film. But, the idea that, like, this film needs to keep finding its audience as we go along. Ye karwa badhta jayega. And that is actually going to be the model for our distribution, which is it's going to be an on-demand, limited release, but on-demand. As people hear of the film, we are going to try and make it available across the
give
country,
the distribution
across
in
the
the
world.
hands.
I've been now getting messages from people
Nepal
in other places
and
saying,
Colombia.
why, how can I see this film? Where can I see it? And of course, streaming is obviously one way that people get to see everything, but it also, this is just a way in which it kind of sparks community, it sparks engagement at a much more decentralized, personal community level. And I mean, it really resonates with something that I'm hoping to do and I want to do, and Story Culture has really put themselves out to do this, and Aranya and Mati have been leading this incredibly.
I think just the things that we were discussing about technology and how it pulls us apart, I think this impact distribution or distribution through communities has been so joyful because, every screening you finish, and Anya, of course, is like so much energizer, bunny level of energy. Is like every screening he has to go and he's there talking about the film. It actually breathes a lot of energy to the film every time, and new people. And I think we underestimate like what a community can do. Like when 50 people get together and they like something, it just
नहीं
It's
बिल्कुल
exponential. The effect is something that you can't you can't control and you can't imagine
Yeah,
also.
and momentum.
honestly, I think for anything to change and reach a critical mass organically, we have to be doing it like this, because otherwise everything that's done is like boost your post and boost your engagement and
Yeah.
boost, which
Yeah.
is all done inorganically and just like pump algorithms pumping money. But this kind of engagement model, I think, changes it completely, because also this film is a conversation film. It's a film that makes you
Right.
revisit everything. You like question things. Sort of like relook at how we're taking taking our next steps. I don't know.
Interestingly,
So-
when you saw it at Whistling Woods, then you messaged me saying that I want to meet you and we have to talk about the film. And you said the same thing, that this film will just keep doing. It will find its audience, and we will keep doing more and more kind of screenings. I think एक जो Mami was like a turning point for us in a sense that at least gauging 300 लोग आए थे.
How many?
हाँ 300 लोग आए, उसमें से 120 लोगों ने पर्सनल पोस्ट्स राइट अप्स लिखे. At that very moment, I was like, I told Mathi, and I just sat together and we were like, kaise? Now our purpose is to, if that is the conversion ratio, we have to just keep showing it. And showing it for what? Like not just at film festivals, because they're far and few. And just show it. India is still, like I keep saying this, but India is still structured in a way that a traveling filmmaker can go and show their film by paying nothing at a National Film Archive of India, India International Center, Bangalore International Center, Habitat Center, और TRI, Tribal Research Institute, बहुत सारी ऐसी जगह हैं. वो करते करते, क्योंकि हमारे पास कोई स्टार नहीं है, हमारे पास कोई स्टार डायरेक्टर नहीं है, कोई स्टार प्रोड्यूसर नहीं है, तो this word of mouth करते करते, and I have to say that from a back end you supported the film, connecting me for the to other folks, etc. जैसे there's a momentum, we've reached a momentum to finally release the film. And even in the release we're all together कि इसको वैसे नहीं करेंगे कि theatrical करेंगे सिर्फ. We are giving it's difficult for an independent film to release it wide in the country. We're only going to do 4 cities as a theatrical, but we are giving distribution back in your hands. You tell us film दिखानी कहाँ है, ताकि इस period के दौरान हम आपको, you mobilize people and you do your screening. So इससे जो आपका goal है
so
वो
we're
achieve हो
starting.
जाएगा.
Let's say we're starting with 4 cities.
Yeah.
And the idea really is that we don't have to have everybody watch it in the first week. We'll be playing it for as long as the film has a demand to play. And the wonderful thing will be if these screenings, these sort of community-led screenings, have that kind of engagement. We can do Q&As, we can, sort of like actually have one-on-ones with an audience, because I feel like this is an urgent film also. It's a really topical, important conversation to have. And the reason why we also want to do theatrical as a distribution model is because it is bringing people together in a space, and that will engender that conversation, and that conversation can grow quicker than if you watch it alone sitting at home, which I hope people will do eventually also. But right now I feel like it would be great, and we are getting people writing to us from so many different places asking for the film.
Yeah.
And we're happy to send it, and have these community screenings everywhere.
We've hit how much? 55, 60 now as of today. 60 different venues were signed up to say You want to feel.
Yeah, so that's
Nepal,
it's four
Haldwani.
cities that are getting a theater,
Yeah.
but like screenings are happening in.
तो जो पर्पस है वो तो हम अचीव कर रहे हैं बाय हुक और बाय क्रुक.
Yeah, so I mean what I really hope with this is that जो लोग जहाँ भी लोग हैं अगर ये बात उन तक पहुँचती है मुझे लगता है इस फिल्म से बहुत डाइवर्स ऑडियंस जुड़ पाएगी, अलग अलग जगह से लोग जुड़ पाएंगे क्योंकि ऐसी कहानी है कि ये नहीं है कि सिर्फ जो टेक के लोग जो समझते हैं उनको. इनफैक्ट मेरे घर में जो लोग काम करते हैं उनको मैं भी दिखाना चाह रही हूँ क्योंकि इनको बहुत इंटरेस्ट है कि क्या है ये डेटा, ये एआई जो है ये करती क्या है, यू नो, इसकी जानकारी भी लोगों तक पहुँचे. ये एक्चुअली ये हमारी जो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन सिस्टम है ये कर सकती है मेरे हिसाब से.
No, it is incredible the kind of the number of screenings that you guys are having, and then plus you have separate theatrical, but that is not the end of the journey. That is in fact the beginning of the journey, and it will, you know, it will segue into so many different interactions with the audience. And in accordance to that, I just wanted to ask, like right now we are in Delhi and you have screened at the Gates Foundation, you will be screening at the Jagran Film Festival as well, and one more place, UNESCO, right? So I just want to know from all of you that what's something that you have noticed from the reactions of the audience that, you know, made you more confident about the fact that yes, there is an audience for this film. The reason why I'm asking this is because, you know, there are so many storytellers who are, you know, there are so many tales to be told, and I was hoping, you know, that this is a film that has definitely sparked a conversation, sparked an impact, and I was just wondering that there are so many people who want to tell such stories, but maybe they are not getting the platforms, or they are not being able to reach out to the right people, so they feel a little discouraged. And even when you are taking this film to some audience, irrespective of the city, so थोड़ा सा मुझे लगता है कि थोड़ी nervousness तो होती होगी कि कैसे लगेगी film. But then when you see the kind of reactions, what is that reaction, what is that sentiment that you received from the audience which made you feel कि नहीं यार, we are going on the right path?
And
यार
we
ऑनेस्टली
will
अब तो नहीं होती है नर्वसनेस.
अच्छा, अब
हम 50 से ज़्यादा स्क्रीनिंग
नहीं, मतलब मैं अगर शुरुआत से थोड़ा सा बात करूं कि अगर शुरुआत जब आप कर रहे थे तो कैसा?
मतलब मेरे लिए अगर मैं बोलूँ पर्सनली, मैं द मोस्ट हार्टनिंग थिंग वाज वुमेन इन देयर 60s और even older women who don't know technology, but them coming to me, and बैंगलोर में ये हुआ था मेरे साथ, that a senior like she was 72 types, and she came to me and she's like, आपने बहुत गहरी फिल्म बनाई है करके. उनको टेक्नोलॉजी के बारे में कोई आइडिया नहीं है, पर उनके लिए भी एक्सेसिबल है, और वो जेनजी वाला है उसके लिए भी एक्सेसिबल है. तो दैट लाइक ठीक है, कुछ तो हम लोग सही कर रहे हैं कि काइंड ऑफ इट कैन वर्क फॉर अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल. आई थिंक देयर इज one critique which I would like to talk about, which stayed with me, right? One very interesting critique was, this happened in उड़ीसा में एक भुवनेश्वर फिल्म फेस्टिवल होता है. वहाँ पे एक व्यक्ति ने मुझे बोला कि आपको लगता है एआई और आदिवासी वाकई में कॉन्ग्रुएंट हैं? मैंने बोला हाँ, हम तो वही ट्राई कर रहे थे. तो बोलते हैं कि बट डू यू रियलाइज दैट द चिप्स that these technologies are based on, or the silicon that's being mined, are coming from the Adivasi areas. It's like यार ये पहले बताना था ना. मतलब I did go on that line, but इतना in simple, like फिल्म में नहीं गया, but while just thinking about the film, इतना simplicity से उसने ये बात बोली, ये 100% में फिल्म में डालता किसी ना किसी रूप में डालता कि ये जो टेक्नोलॉजी है यार, इसका बेसिस is coming from exploitation in mining.
Not just in some way knowledge systems being erased, people being under or misrepresented, but also just the creation of this technology is incredibly exploitative and destructive. So but it's not necessarily a critique. You can't address everything in one film, but this is something that through this conversation will be discussed, and it's great that you brought it up because I think that is important to bring up, even if you can't put it in your film.
Yeah.
It's something that we should.
Hope
it's
to
very
achieve
important.
like
Yeah.
later. Yeah.
It's kind of interesting though what you're discussing right now. This personal again between the audience and the maker. This also has become very wide, right? Like because just put a comment on YouTube or like oh I like film, don't like, why you do this? But someone can say in challenge, and I think nobody's like we can bring this idea of having to debate and having a different point of view, and maybe they have some problems with something you said, you don't have, and it's okay. So we just have that conversation. Of course, very difficult to imagine this at scale, but I think it's nice to bring that personal thing back.
Yeah. In fact, India, I feel like we rely heavily on, I wouldn't call it word of mouth, पर किसी ने अगर कोई प्रोडक्ट यूज़ कर लिया है उसके बाद लोगों का रिसेप्शन बहुत अच्छा स्ट्रांग होता है बिकॉज दे नो वी गो टू अमेजोन हम देखते हैं वो मैं तो रिव्यूज़ ही देखता हूँ कि कितने रिव्यूज़ हैं किसी प्रोडक्ट के एंड ओनली देन विल आई बाय इट सो आई एम जस्ट आई थिंक द होल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन थिंग ऑल्सो द सक्सेसिव स्क्रीनिंग्स वॉज कि जितने लोगों को ये अच्छी लगेगी उतने वो second, third, fourth viewer they'll get. That sorry, so I think we segued away.
Understood, yeah. No, but I would also like to understand from you that how do you look at Humans in the Loop as a stepping stone and definitely an inspiration for a lot of storytellers out there, and how this film can ignite that spark in them to pursue this art form, and how are you filling that void of opportunity, which is, I think, very much there right now.
I can speak for myself. I think that it's one of the things that I love about Humans in the Loop is the fact that it's just not just so artistic, but it's so thoughtful in all the kind of themes that it addresses. And I think that comes from the fact that it perhaps was made with this sort of it wasn't just keeping an audience in mind, but it was really a person's curiosity, this sort of enabling grant, the idea of an overarching sort of the idea of responsible technology driving the project, that it just turned out to be a film that is much more sort of deep and interesting than a regular film.
I think also connected to your question, what is interesting about the film is I think who all are in the room every time, and it's very diverse because a film is a vibe. The film is a vibe at the end of the day, and it brings certain kind of people together. And when it's very mixed, it creates a very different conversation. And people who never would be four of us who never sat and ever had this conversation, so it's such diverse perspectives ever. And I think that's sort of unique, and that I've missed for a long time because right now I don't want to. I mean, of course, okay, I don't say, but like sometimes it's like, is this hero's film? So it works. And that is made for that hero's audience. Then what about the rest? So this is like, okay, all the people in the room are not the same people. And then now we have to learn new words and new ways to speak. That's nice. And I really like that. Enjoy that a lot. Right.
Aranya, I would like to end this conversation by asking about your experiences at FTI. And you were telling me about how there is a certain kind of difference that you notice. Like once you enter an institute which is as prestigious and as aspirational as FTI, you come with a lot of hope and you come with a lot of feelings and thoughts. But once you get out of that fraternity, which I'm sure you have formed, there is some kind of change that you notice in your experience of getting on that journey of telling your story. Because पहले ये था कि okay, we are there and इसके बाद, but जब वो आता है, and when you get on that, when you start actually driving the car and when you take that road, so how is that journey, what is that difference of journey looking like for you so far?
I think I can answer that with like a functional and a slightly philosophical answer. Functional answer is जब FTI गया, the greatest thing that it provided me was two things, that we would have regular screenings and we would have debates after screenings, right? And उसमें मैं तो देख के आया था फिल्में जो मुझे लगा था कि इसके beyond कुछ नहीं है, तो वहाँ पे जो दुनिया खुलती है, that the possibility that this kind of cinema exists, that's what film school does for you. The other thing that I always credit FTI is that I think the most courageous decision that a filmmaker makes on a set is where they place the camera, क्योंकि it's deriving perspective.
Yeah.
तो वो जो courage मिला वहाँ पे वो बहुत significant था मेरे लिए. But that said, जब आप इंडस्ट्री में आते हो, I feel like people should assist because you've not seen scale. You've not seen how work is done at a larger otherwise you're going to make only personal films, right? But personal में भी बहुत दम आ सकता है if you're able to, for example, एक quick example देता हूँ कि आपका जो background management है वो इतना हमको FTI में उतने background actors मिलते ही नहीं है कि हम direct कर पाएँ. But when you're being an AD, you suddenly are directing so many, and if you're able to figure out a way to do the background well, and मैं तो बहुत mess up करता था यार. फिर कोई और टेक ओवर करता था, फिर मैं धीरे करके like I think that's one thing. The philosophical bit is that it's deeply liberating, film school, but it also is inhibiting because the voices of your peers stay with you forever. And you're in a way always thinking कि यार सोचते नहीं हो कि कौन क्या बोले, ये कि ये वाला स्पेसिफिक दोस्त क्या बोलेगा, नहीं कि एक जनरली कैसे परसीव किया जाएगा. तो आप अपनी ना इंस्टिंक्ट से थोड़े दूर होते हो, सिग्निफिकेंटली होते हो. दूसरी चीज़ जो FTI मतलब जो बाहर निकल के मुझे लगा कि फिल्म मेकिंग इज़ अ डीपली एंटरप्रेन्योरियल, लाइक इट्स अ एंडेवर. एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप है यार, हर चीज़ आपको. तो वहाँ पे तो ऐसा नहीं है ना, वहाँ पे तो कोई आपको बोल रहा है कि प्लीज़ ये फिल्म बना दो. यहाँ पे बोल रहे हैं कि मुझे बनानी है एंड यू आर द ओनली वन अगेंस्ट एवरीथिंग टू मेक द फिल्म. So I think those are the few things different, and I would say that no film school is not required. If that would lead to a question like that. I don't think film school is required to become a filmmaker. There've been Werner Herzog never went to a film school. Guru Dutt didn't go to a film school, but he went to Prabhat, which was different. So again, working in a studio setup. But I do feel कि and you should all, in my experience, being limited to an FTI group of friends, etc., will further curtail your instincts. Open up to people who have not gone to film school. See कि क्या मज़ेदार कुछ तो कर रहे हैं ना लोग, और अधिकतर लोग कुछ ना कुछ अपने इंस्टिंक्ट से increasingly कुछ अच्छा बना रहे हैं. So I think those are the learnings that have happened pre and post.
Right.
My final question, that is there something, because I honestly don't know, but I just thought that I want to ask you this, that is there something that you don't want the audience who hasn't watched your film to assume something about the film? जिन्होंने ट्रेलर देख लिया है बट you don't want them कि यार नहीं ये वो नहीं है.
मतलब एक जो मुझे एक अजम्पशन कि हम लोगों ने इंगेज नहीं किया है मटेरियल के साथ, और हमने सिर्फ इसको हमने बस यूज़ किया है कि आदिवासी वुमन इंटरेक्टिंग विद एयर फॉर द सेक ऑफ द कितना बढ़िया प्रेमाइस है. वो ना करें, अगर एक सेकंड चांस दे दें तो मे बी वो दिख जाएगा, इट विल ओपन अप कि वी हैव ट्राइड टू एंगेज. वो मुझे है थोड़ा.
That is there. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. And
Great questions, man.
Yeah. Great fun. Actually,
fun.
honestly, this has been so fun because also you have got us four together I mean,
it was his suggestion. Yes.
like, we've never actually sat in a room and had this
Yeah.
kind of conversation. So
Thank you everyone.
you have a coup on your hands.
And you're the first person. This is the first time.
Yeah.
Probably the only time, I guess.
Probably the only time because you're living.
Wow. Thank you so much. Long live cinema.
Long live cinema, Krantikari. Chalo.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
And that's
Boris.
it.
Yay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Ganesh.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you.